So let's recap from where we left off last time. So after essentially completing your quest for Harbin Wester and his brother Tybor at the loggers camp, kind of finding the totem that was put there to attract these evil insect creatures and destroying it, you opted to journey northward and find a safe path out of Neverwinter Wood along the riverway to the north. And you found it pretty easy to travel through. Luckily, you were able to find Vincent, your lost ox, and saving him from the jaws of a crocodile just barely in time. You managed to pull your cart out of the Neverwinter Wood without much fuss. The pathway along the river was, as it turned out, safe as you had hoped it was. However, as you exited the woods and kind of headed southward back towards the city of Phandalin to essentially turn in the quest to Harbin Wester, you discovered an interesting geographical landmark on the way southward. And it was a strange kind of flat hill not very far away from you, so it being nearby, you decided to investigate, and you found this strange flat top hill that when you got to the top of it, you noticed it looked very much like a buried dragon with several white stones on top of it. As you were kind of investigating the area, you were approached by a centaur named Xanth. And Xanth requested that you help him clear out some half-orcs and orcs who had been casting like strange rituals in his homeland in the middle of Neverwinter Wood, kind of a few days away. He did offer to help you in your current mission. He was willing to wait. He said like any help you can provide would be incredibly helpful, so he's willing to wait as you finish your stuff and offer assistance. He gave you a few clues as to what you might find inside of this, what he called the Dragon Barrow. It indicated that inside there was rumored to be the interred remains of a long dead warrior who battled a dragon in centuries past, and her weapon, the weapon that she used to slay this dragon, was supposedly with her. Seeing the possibility of getting a very powerful weapon against the dragon that you are currently trying to face, you opted to go in. And inside, you were beset by quite a bit of troubles. First, Xanth had explained that he did see a lot of like strange glowing orbs that appeared at night above the barrow. When you went inside, you found these orbs were in fact there. Zendri was able to call them out for what they were, which is will-o'-the-wisps, which are sneaky, kind of malicious, ethereal beings. Sadly, though, Seducius was enraptured by one of these and took off after it, and didn't notice a very dangerous pit trap, which he fell into and then landed on a lot of swords and almost killed himself. Almost immediately.
Story of all my relationships.
Indeed. And you were able to be rescued by your friends. They rescued from the pit, healed you back up, and you investigated a space where you found 2 sealed sarcophagi. As you were trying to find what was inside these sarcophagi, hoping that it was in fact their interred remains with the weapon, you only found the remains and no weapon. But as you investigated the rest of the room, you found a sword pressed into a dragon skull along the wall, which was of course removed because why not? And then as soon as you removed it, you did realize why not, and you were immediately attacked by a horrendous invisible stalker that killed a couple of you that were revived, thankfully, but did manage to knock a few of you unconscious. And after a very tough battle in which several of you decided it's better to just GTFO, you were thankfully able to destroy this beast by the hair of your chinny chin chin and survive. You decided after that to investigate the rest of the ruins and then quickly fell into more traps that knocked out almost all of the remaining party in one go.
Yeah.
But thankfully for those who did manage to escape, realized that no one had come back to find them in a little bit of time, and upon seeing your unconscious bodies, gave you some healing, at which point you decided, okay, this is probably going to need a little bit more time to investigate, so you went back above ground, found Xanth, asked for some more guidance, asked if he would be okay to kind of keep watch while you guys rested, you took a long rest, and that's where we're going to pick up today. It will be, let's say, dawn, pretty early, above the dragon Barrow that you've been resting around. And you hear, kind of as the morning starts to awaken, like a... And Xanth kind of kicks one of you guys and kind of goes over to Torin, the biggest target on the ground, and says, "Okay, are you going to wake up now, or should I wait?"
How's it sound? Okay, so you wait.
Yes, I believe it is probably best if you enter the tomb again and recover whatever it was you were looking for, because I still need your help. I know I said that I would wait, but perhaps this isn't the best time to wait.
Let's go. If we're all rested up, let's make it happen.
So the rest of you are awake at this point.
Team, let's go.
Do you want to get back into the Barrow, or do you want to head somewhere else? Kind of up to you what you'd like to do.
So I think we need to get back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to brave that place again.
So you guys all do enter the tomb once more. And just as it was before, you enter inside the main kind of spiral staircase descending down. And just as before, the will-o'-the-wisps appear. This time, however, one is missing, and the one to the north is no longer there, as that one was one that you kind of took care of in your last mission. So you've kind of investigated at least half of this area. You're kind of in that center portion again. You do have a couple of spaces in front of you can continue to adventure through. Up to you where you'd like to go.
I mean, given my infatuation with these blue lights, I just feel like let's just pick one and go. If it's all the same to you guys, I feel like I would rather just pick that one that looks like it's south of us, like right below us.
Sure.
And just start going in that direction. Let's just
Okay.
see what happens.
I agree, let's make it happen.
You do see the will-o'-the-wisp kind of start to walk in front of you. He doesn't seem to be moving towards you, but he kind of seems to be like almost trying to lure you in again. You've kind of suspected this and expected this. So can I have you roll a perception check, Seducius, if you're leading the way? Or anyone else who's leading the way?
Which table do I click on again, Nate? Real quick?
It's going to be LDR-DND-chat.
Okay, perfect. You said perception?
Yes, please. Exclamation mark first, and then check.
God darn it.
I think what you wrote was check perception.
Okay, that is enough. You do notice a very similar kind of stone path in front of you to the one that you went to the north. So you suspect somewhere in this hallway, likely right before the entrance to the next chamber, is another pit trap that would lead to some struggles. And I'll mark that for you since we kind of saw this happen at the last one. It would be right where that green mark is.
Okay.
As you kind of go into that space too, you do notice that it does open up into another chamber. That kind of extends in kind of an irregular pattern further to the south. And I'll say with that perception check that you had before too, you do see that there seems to be some skeletal remains inside that room, just kind of lying on the floor.
Okay. What do I need to roll to basically like jump over that pit? Would that be like an athletic?
Yeah, we'll roll an athletics check to try to pass the discolored stones that you see.
Didn't know Seducius was athletic.
Yeah, so you jump into that room with ease. You're in there over the pit. The Will-o'-the-Wisp, seeing this, does kind of get a little frustrated, it seems, and now becomes hostile. Are you guys also in that area with Seducius, by the way? Are you in the hallway?
No, they abandoned me.
They very well might have. It's happened before.
Yeah,
I have never seen Flux and Torin bail so fast to leave everyone else to die.
Oh my god.
They were out.
Follow your heart, baby.
Let's say Zendri's in the middle there. So, who else is going into that space with him?
Follow your heart. Follow me.
I guess I will. Someone's got to save him.
Okay. Anyone who's trying to get in that room, let me just have everyone roll an athletics check for you.
What is it again? Roll?
Yeah,
Or is it check.
It's exclamation point check space athletics. Wow, not off to a great start, everyone. So,
Except for me.
fortunately, the jump was not very difficult. Most of you can make it with ease. That being said, Sless does just can't quite catch the last edge and falls into the pit. And he, I forgot to get my dice out. That's not a good start. Come on, DM, what are you doing? And Sless is gonna take 1d4. 3. Sless might not do so great on this one. 4, 10. Okay. So as Sless falls in the pit, you see him just kind of like as he falls down it, and you just hear this like really quite disgusting like splooch noise as he falls into the pit and lands on several swords and takes 16 points of damage
Oh my god.
from this fall into this pit.
This is why we don't do this. We don't do this.
Celeste, did you hear that? I know you had to step away for a second.
No, what just happened? I just got back.
Yeah, with that roll,
Pretty much died.
yeah, with that roll with athletics, you were the only one that didn't make the jump, and you fell into the pit and landed on 3 swords, suffering 16 points of damage from the fall.
What?
And you are impaled on these swords. So you're gonna start your next turn inside of that.
That is ridiculous. Why is
Good.
Triggered. Jeremy was flying through this.
So now that we've got that out of the way, I'd like everyone to roll initiative for me as I place you in this room.
He's holding his laptop now in rage. Oh wait, what? Yeah, there you go.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, 19 for sex. 2. I mean, the good news is it's just initiative, so NBD.
Oh wait, is it check? Freaking A.
Yeah, check initiative. You want to think of initiative like a skill check.
Trent, did you put exclamation point roll joint? That doesn't work in here, dude.
Sometimes you just gotta roll what you gotta roll, dude.
Nailed it, bro. 12. And that one. Celeste, what did you get for initiative?
Oh, am I part of that? I thought maybe I was just like stuck on swords.
You are, but you're still part of the initiative order.
All right. Oh yeah, not very much.
Not very much indeed. And then let's roll for Zendri. And then let's go ahead and start. All right, first up, Seducius, it's going to be your turn. You do see that Will-o'-wisp kind of kitty corner away from you as it was trying to avoid most of you.
Okay.
just curious, what did I have to roll to make that jump?
So
5. It was like one of the lowest settings I could give.
and you failed.
Yeah, you didn't do a
I'm
great
gonna,
job.
I'm gonna start out since nothing's in my way. I'm gonna do a thunderclap towards that little wisp.
Okay. Go ahead and cast that. Thunderclap is a deck save for me.
Okay.
So let's see what I gotta get on that one for Thunderclap. Thunderclap. Burp, 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 burp. Thunderclap or Thunderwave? Thunderclap.
Thunderclap. Thunderclap.
13. So your Wisp has to roll 13. It's 10. Let me just check what his Wisdom bonus is. I don't think he's got one. We'll find out. Wisdom. Yeah, he fails. So he will go ahead and suffer full damage on that thing. I just a point of a question on the rule here. So it emanates, I think, 5 feet from your space. So that would hit the enemy, but it also has a possibility of hitting your friends. So just to avoid that, yeah, because it's 5 feet around you. But the good news is with the positioning, you can fix this. You just gotta move first. If you move into his space, you won't hit anybody else. Or you can even try and like go up here if you want to try to flank a little bit. It's up to you. I just think about that as you're thinking about your spells.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with like you're right where you moved me right there.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll your damage now. So roll 1d6. Let's see what he gets. Solid. All right, 1 point of damage.
Yeah, great, amazing.
So this huge, just like loud, just bah! Slams out of your hands, and it's hard to tell because this thing doesn't really have like a voice. It more is like chiming bells and stuff. But you swear those bells sound a little bit like a laugh, like just a smidgen, in response to this loud nothing. That will bring us though to the Will-o-the-Wisp turn, and
Oh god.
the first thing he's going to do.
I'm gonna get smacked by a wisp.
Yeah, he's gonna try and just shock you back with his magic. He rolled a 14 plus 4, 18 to hit, so that's gonna hit you. As you kind of see this thing kind of start to vibrate really rapidly, the glowing stops to be a glow, and now is just shining bright light, and it almost shoots out of him the instant you see the light, and this bolt of electricity shoots you, and you suffer 9 points of damage as this thing sends electricity coursing into your body.
Oh, Greg.
What did it cost?
Told you the juice is always worth the squeeze. Lessons of life, okay?
Juice is blues, baby. Juice is blues.
Oh god.
Like someone.
So what does that put you at 22? Okay, so that will end the Willow's turn, and Torin, that brings us to you.
Alright, I am going to do... I'm just going to do a attack with my melee weapon, I think.
Okay. Do you have a melee weapon that has like a magical bonus or anything to it? Or just a standard scimitar?
Actually, I think... Well, I should have a sword now, but I don't know where it's at.
What sword did you get?
The one I took off the ground last time and ran out with.
Oh yeah, that was just... Did you take that sword? I thought Flux had it.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can try and attack
Took
with
it
it if
and
you want.
I pulled it up.
What? Yeah. Yeah, and it was just on the ground or something, and I just grabbed it and ran with it.
Yeah, if you want to try to attack with that,
But I don't have it.
Just do a roll with a longsword. 1d6 for you plus. Let me see what your stat is on that. For you, it's going to be roll exclamation point roll 1d20 plus 5. Sorry, actually on that one it's going to be plus 6. That definitely hits. Now you're going to go ahead and roll damage, which I think on that is 1d8, but I'm going to actually put it into your inventory now that you've hit with it. And I'll show you what it is that you've got. So I put it into your inventory, sir, and I have equipped you with it.
Okay.
So if you want to actually look at what that does, you can bask in the glory of the weapon you guys managed to recover.
Dragon Slayer longsword, let's go.
I'll link it in the chat here in a bit too. So you're gonna do 1d8 plus 4 for damage on that. And if you're swinging with two hands, you can do 1d10. Oh, that's good. We can take it. So 5. We're gonna add 4 to that. So 9.
4?
Yeah.
You just do that.
9 points of damage to this thing. As you do this creature in front of you, you kind of hit it mid of those like little twinkling laughs that it was making, and like suddenly the laughter stops. And that will end your turn, I'm assuming, Torn?
Yep, that works for me.
So that'll bring us to Zendri. Zendri, seeing this thing kind of on its heels, is going to just attack, I think. Let's see what she ends up doing here. So you guys learned last time that hitting it with weapons won't do anything. So she's going to cast Toll the Dead on this and try to just bring it down even more, which is a DC 12 wisdom check. That the creature fails, so it takes 1d12 necrotic damage. Oh, nice. 8 points of damage from Zendri's Toll the Dead on this creature. It's looking pretty beat up now at this point, and seems to glow much more dimly. Celeste, that brings us to your turn. You're still in this pit. You can attempt to get up and claw your way out, or accept your fate and stay in there, whatever you think is best.
Where's this pit? Like, where's it on the map?
So you see where your character is with the hat?
Yeah.
That's where it is. It is like a 5-foot square, completely where you are.
Okay.
And it's about 10-ish feet down.
Okay. Well, shoot. I mean, clearly I need to. Well, I can if I'm down there, he can't really attack me, right? But can I attack him from there?
No. One, you can't see him. 2, you're still impaled on swords.
Okay. Well, let me see if can I use myself off the swords, or is there? I'm looking through my spells here to see if there's something I can do to get myself off.
I mean, you could just you could use your movement to do it. I'll allow it. And if you want to try to get out, I'll just make you roll another athletics check to try to hop and grab the corner.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so roll another athletics check for me.
Come on. Hey.
Cool. So you do just painfully pull your arm loose of a sword that was kind of holding it down. You get one kind of out of your side. You were beaten up and you feel the blood starting to run down your robes. But you do manage to get on top, grab the edge. I'll say that was all of your movement and your action. If you have any bonus actions you want to try to cast, I'll allow it. But it's probably going to end your turn.
Well, yeah. I mean, can I hit him with something?
Do you have any bonus actions that do that?
Where do I see bonus actions?
If you look in your character sheet on your actions page, scroll down a little bit to bonus actions. From what I can see, you don't have any.
I don't. Thankfully.
So that will likely end your turn.
There we go.
And Flux, it is your turn now.
Alright. So I think I'm going to cast Divine Favor.
Okay.
Now I know the components. One's verbal, the other is semantic. What does that mean? Repeat that again?
So it means you have to like be able to move your fingers or have dexterity.
Oh. Dope. Alright, so I got that.
Basically, if like for you, why that's important, if you have like a shield in one hand and a weapon in the other, you can't cast that weapon and attack on the same turn. You can't have like your weapon in your hand and attack because you need some like hand movement ability.
Okay.
So it won't really matter in this because you can't use that as a bonus action anyway, so that's fine.
Okay.
But just some mechanics to know.
Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor
Okay.
on the floor.
Walk me through a little bit of what that does, just so I'm on the same page.
It just says that your prayer empowers you with divine radiance until the spell ends. Your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Perfect. Cool. So I think that's an action to cast, right? Or is that a bonus action? That's a bonus action. So actually, if you still want to go and attack, you can.
Sick. Alright, so then I'm gonna attack with my longsword.
Okay. So go ahead and roll to hit for that, and it'll be exclamation point attack space longsword.
Kink.
Okay.
Nice. That does miss the hit though. So as you kind of swing, you go a little bit wide and aren't able quite to land that blow. I just want to check with Divine Favors. Does it only give you attack to bonus? Yeah, it's only a bonus.
Flux happens to me all the time.
I figured you guys.
Divine Favor is still in effect though, so just remember that for next time. As long as you're concentrating and you don't have something knock you out of that concentration, you still have it engaged. Seducius, that brings us back to your turn. As you're looking at this thing, it looks like it's about to bail, like it doesn't want to be here anymore.
Oh, good. I'm gonna try and finish this thing off with level 1 Dissonant Whispers directed right at it.
Okay, that is, what's the DC on that?
The 3d6 that you're talking about?
No, there should be on that one the difficulty check, the DC is 13. It's in that like middle column, hit / DC. Basically, it tells me what I need to roll or what you need to roll. So in this case, it's me. So I have to beat 13 Wisdom.
Got it. It says attack save. Got it.
So in that case, it does fail. So it's going to take full damage of that 3d6. So go ahead and roll damage.
Go.
Wow, nice. Okay. So
Go.
as you kind of like are recovering from the bit of embarrassment you felt with the thunderclap, you've decided to change gears and go to what you know, and play a very, very concerning song that just touches on a lot of really troublesome life choices. And this creature just seems to like move a little bit to the beat, get very confused, and then just dissolve. It now dissipates into nothing. And it is dead. You have managed to kill it.
Go.
Great job, team.
So you do find yourselves
What a slay.
in the rest of this chamber. From what you've been able to see so far, in the very southern portion, there is a bit of a niche kind of carved into the wall, and you do see skeletal remains on the floor. I would say Torin and Seducius, as you guys are probably the closest to it, roll just a straight medicine check for me.
Would that be just literally like roll medicine or check medicine?
Yep, exactly right.
Okay.
So for Torin, and yeah, it's probably pretty easy to see based on these bones. Seducius, you can see this too. These remains are not human. It's hard with that to know exactly what they're from. Torin, you think they might be the remains of a horse. As you investigate that area more, you do notice that kind of with these bones also seems to be the remains of a very worn down leather saddle.
Right. Should I grab the leather saddle, I guess? Keep it at.
So you walk up to that space and kind of approach to kind of grab it. As you bend over, you feel this like magical just like whoosh push you back. And the bones seem to be like knitting together in front of you. And just as you thought, in front of you is now a fully standing, moving, sentient, skeletal horse. And he kind of looks over at you and kind of like looks down, kind of pats a little bit. And you just hear this like loud, just like, and he kind of like points his head down a little bit. Roll an insight check for me, Torn.
Can't think of anything more metal than a skeletal horse. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so with that insight check,
Maybe.
you gauge that this creature seems friendly. It doesn't seem hostile.
Thank goodness.
Finally. Something in here.
I wanna ride that skeletal horse in a battle.
Do you want to? Do you want to try that?
He's got the. It's waiting.
Let's go. Yeah, let me. Yeah.
So
I
you
wanna
approach
try
the
and,
horse. It seems to let you
balance.
to it. As you kind of jump on it, it stays put, and it seems to let you ride him. Although it's like you're really tight up to the ceiling. But he lets you on his back.
Let's go. This is dope.
Yeah, so he seems to be your friend. You have essentially a skeletal riding horse that you can ride around on if you'd like.
Yo. Best
Oh
game
my
ever.
god. Dude, you are in it to win it.
So I will say getting this horse is going to be difficult to get out. It is possible if you can find a creative way to get him up the stairs. Do you want to stay on the horse?
He can't just walk up the stairs.
Well, are you guys trying to leave, or do you want to explore more?
I mean, I feel like we're here. We might as well
another
just go to
tavern.
that one other place where
Yeah.
the wisp is that we have to go see.
Yeah. So I'll say as well while we're all here, Zendri looks over at Seducius or at Celeste and just kind of puts a feline cat hands on your shoulder and says something along the lines of, "I know that fall really sucked." And she casts Cure Wounds on you, and you get. Let's see how much life you get back. Actually, I should let me get her.
Not
on.
16.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I think at second level she might be able to reach that. Let's try though. I should do it first level. First level Cure Wounds 1d8 plus 2. 1d8. You get 4 points of health back, my friend.
Oh my gosh. What kind of friend are
Hey,
you?
Better than nothing.
yeah.
She kind of purrs at you, and then sensing your anger, she kind of like hisses back.
Oh my god.
So that brings you up to 14. Oop. Burp, 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 burp. 4 mod. Cool. So you guys are in the space. You want to go and adjust and assess that next area that you guys left open?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So you go in that area,
Let's go.
and as expected, the Will-o'-the-Wisp seems to move a little bit further in. As you approach this space, though, you do notice something unique here. This particular space seems to actually have 2 forks instead of 1.
Ooh, tricky.
The wisps seem to take the top one.
Then we shall take the bottom one.
It's a trap.
So you decide to take the bottom one?
Yeah.
What's the marching order here? Who's going in what order?
Let's go ahead and go first.
Hey, kid. Get out of here.
It wasn't so much that you didn't spot the trap. It was more that Celeste couldn't jump it.
Yeah, I tripped.
So who's going first?
Either Torrent or Flux, right?
Well,
the tanks.
I've got the skeletal horse. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go first.
Oh, okay. I'll follow suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Seducius on top of the horse.
Behind.
You're really cramped up to the top, by the way, Seducius. If you're riding the horse
Okay.
inside this thing, so just something to note. If that's the
Okay.
case, you're either gonna have to dismount before you enter combat, which will count as an action,
Okay.
or you're gonna need to get off first. So just a heads up on that.
Okay.
Sentry will follow, and then Seducius, since you're in the lead again, I'd like you to roll a perception check again for me.
You might want to just tie that horse up and we'll come back to it.
You do notice a similar trap laid in the stone in front of you. I'm going to mark it in red for y'all. It is basically in this square right here. So if you want to try to get in that room, you're going to have to make another jump.
Okay.
If that,
Yes, I'll dismount
okay.
my skeletal friend and try and jump over it.
So roll an athletics check. Let's see if we get over it.
No, here we go.
And anyone else who's trying to get in there, you need to do the same.
What do we have to roll?
Athletics.
What if I want to can I turn into a spider and go on the roof?
100%. Absolutely. Use that wild shape, bro.
God.
Alright.
Already? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna wild shape into a giant spider.
Okay.
I'm not taking the risk. I'm not turning into Celeste. Dagger bone.
If you're a spider, I'll say you can go a little further in the room if you'd like. Do you want to go somewhere specifically? Oh, you can't see it. Let me get it on the screen now. You can see it.
Yeah. Let me see what's up over here. Looks like something to the north looks inside there. Oh,
So much like the other tombs that you see 4 more granite sarcophagi in this area.
Granted. Okay. I will check out the most south one, the closest one,
This one?
if I can reach that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then just while I'm here too, everyone was able to make the skill check. Yay! So you all get over
Hey.
the Meshuggah. I'll just start moving you around a little bit, so we'll say you all end up kind of in this space. So as you investigate this particular sarcophagus, are you trying to open it or just kind of look at it?
Let's open these bad boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. I'm trying to just.
Roll a
Crowbar.
roll. If you're gonna use a crowbar, go ahead and roll a athletic check at advantage because you're using a tool to help you do that.
Well, am I allowed to do that as a spider?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you can just, if you want to just try to open it as a spider. So for,
I'll just try to open it.
yeah, go ahead and roll with your spider traits. So let me just check your spider stat.
I'd do the giant spider one, yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and
Giant
roll.
wolf spider, that one.
Go roll 1d20. Are you sure you want wolf spider or just giant spider? Because the strength is stronger on a giant spider.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, yeah. One
So
giant spider.
do 1d20 plus 2. Yeah, so you try and pull with your skeleton, like your arachnid form, and you're not able to lift this thing.
Yeah. Double breadstick leg. You guys want to open up one of the other things, or the same one as me?
No, I tried. I only rolled an 8.
Yeah, I don't think the sword. Did you roll with your crowbar that you had, or no? Because you have one in your inventory.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh, you did it with advantage. Okay, yeah, you missed. Sorry. Sorcerer, not very strong.
Nate, do you think Shatter or Thunder Wave would be better to try to use on one of these to kind of like break it open?
Oh, great question. I think Shatter actually gets you an advantage when you're hitting an object, which is this.
Yeah,
that inanimate thing.
Yeah, that one seemed like it might be the better one.
Yeah, Shatter would definitely, and it can't make the save, so it automatically fail and take essentially full damage as much as you do with it.
Yeah.
You might want to tell your team to stand back or target another one not so close to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll move to kind of like that top right one where no one is around.
Okay.
And I'll just open that one.
So just so I know, you mean this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Shatter and roll 3d8.
So do I need to put like exclamation cast Shatter?
You can. Yeah, that would work. Shadow's gonna be in quotes though.
In quotes?
Yeah, and are you trying to do level 2 or level 1?
Can I actually do a level 1 on that? I feel like I can only do level 2 now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I misread it. My fault.
Yeah. So cast Shatter, and then would I combine the roll with that too in the same kind of sentence?
Nope. If you just do exclamation point cast space Shatter, it'll do it for you. It needs to be reset. Do me a favor and do that same thing. At the end of it, though, type in -I. Oh, hey, Adriana.
Hello.
Welcome to the Twitch stream. The Twitch stream is popping tonight, by the way. You're going to want to be in the chat.
Yeah.
Hi. I've had a day, so I'm gonna make a little drink, and I'll be right back.
It's a good plan. Wow, nice. Okay, so yeah, I'm curious to know what your version of Shatter sounds like. How does that get cast?
Okay. Hold on.
Let up the angst.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like, it would be like a kind of like a high pitched kind of Iron Maiden scream, like a.
Nice.
that.
And the top of this thing starts to shudder, and in just a loud, desperate noise, you hear this. In the top of the crate doesn't shatter downward. It like bows up, cracks, and the side pieces fly separate. It is open. You do see inside of it the skeletal remains of what appears to be a man in its life, and it is clutching in its hands a very elegant, if dusty, lute that seems to have a magical glow to it.
It's my loot, suckers. I'll grab that loot.
Roll an Arcana check for me real quick as you pick it up and kind of like look over this thing that seems to be glowing. Yeah, you're not sure. You're positive this loot is magical somehow, but you're not 100% sure what it does. You might need to hang on to it a little bit longer. And then just for propriety, let me put this in the chat as well, so you know what the weapon is that Torin picked up from yesterday, as you all had a chance to kind of be around it for a while.
Freaking lightsaber, watch out, dude. Coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
I can always do another Arcana check at any time. Right?
I don't like the concept of like spamming checks.
Okay.
But if we progress after a couple hours, I'll let you. I also, if you want to try, this is just risky because you don't know what it does. Some things could have a curse, some things couldn't. If you want to just try and use it and see what happens, as Torin did, that's a possibility as well. But this is the weapon that
We should
Torin
use
picked up.
reveal traps or whatever, dude. We suck at revealing traps, dude. Seriously.
So more to come, but do you guys want to investigate? Do you want to investigate any more of the tombs in this area? Yeah, Torin, do you want to keep trying to pull?
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to keep trying to pull open the one Torin's at?
Yes. Let's keep trying here.
I'll help out.
So who's
Yeah.
trying to open it? Whoever's trying to open it, roll an athletics check. If you're using a crowbar or anything, roll at
Hey.
advantage.
Look at that, I opened one.
Nice. So yeah, which one were you trying to open, Celeste?
I'm going bottom left.
Okay. So you try and just like squeeze, and you're like, I'm not gonna fall into another trap. And you pop it open, and it does open up. And for a second, you like duck out of the way because you remember the last time you opened a tomb randomly without checking, you died. But as the top lid pops open and kind of flings backwards, you kind of like peek your head up a little bit and like stare in, and it seems safe. Nothing is attacking you or killing you. And you do see the skeletal remains of a person inside. It doesn't seem like anything is interred with it. You do see a little bit of jewelry, some gold pieces. Nothing jumps out at you as magical or big though, but you do see some things inside of it. Looks like they're like this particular skeleton, whoever it was in its life, was some type of holy person, because there seems to be some imagery painted on the inside of the tomb that looks very worshipful and looks like it's praising a deity of some type. So you see a necklace in there, you see some other items. Nothing really pops out as magic, but you do see some items inside.
Got it. Well, I don't think I need to steal this. I don't think I need to steal this dead person's jewelry, so.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys want to look? You guys still trying to open things? What's the dealio?
I'm gonna grab whatever jewelry's on the ground.
So you want to go over that spot and try to pick it up as a spitter?
Yep.
Okay. So
Yep.
you pick it up. You do get a silver necklace. We'll say that silver necklace is worth 25 gold pieces.
Perfect. I'll take it.
Of all the things else that's in there, nothing else seems of value. There is like a weapon in there, like a mace. I don't know if you want it. It's up to you.
Ooh, sounds cool.
I'm okay if someone else wants to take this mace over here. It's for free.
I'll take a mace.
Okay. So you pick up the mace. You have a mace in your inventory now.
Hey.
So there's 2 tombs left that we haven't opened.
Yeah, correct. So the ones that you have opened, let me mark in green for you. You have opened this one in which you found a magical loot that Seducius is carrying. You've opened this one, which you found another skeleton. Nothing dangerous, but some tchotchke.
I mean, I don't mind using my shatter on the other 2 if we could just take like a rest when we're out so I can get my spells back.
You still have a couple more second level spell slots options, don't you?
I have 2 more, so if I use both on both those tombs, I'd be done.
Just again to give you the lay of the land here, with everything you guys have discovered, you've pretty much, from what you remember, there's no other pathways to take.
Yeah.
So just a heads up on that in case it helps your decision making.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we're struggling, I don't mind. Like, I can open these other tombs and see what's in there. Might as well. So, I don't know who that is. That Flux and Zendry might wanna back that up for a minute while I go towards that tomb.
Okay. So
Back it up.
we'll get these. Which one are you trying to
Back it
open?
up.
I'm gonna follow your lead, Flux, just for the moment.
Are you trying to open the one that Torin is currently on?
I was gonna go up towards that top one. Yep.
Cool. Go ahead and roll 3d6, or 3d8, whatever the damage is on that one. See if we can crack this one as well.
They're lighting you up in this chat right now.
Told you. So you do manage to crack it, although it's not all the way open. Wasn't quite as powerful as last time.
Mother.
Do you want to try to cast it again on the same one? Do another one? Try to just use a weapon on it? It's up to you. Or if someone wants to just try to lift it, I'll give you an advantage for your athletics check. Try to move away the pieces.
Yeah, or who has that mace? Someone wants to bash it with a mace?
I have a mace.
All right.
Let's go.
Go ahead and do an attack roll. So exclamation point attack space mace. See if we hit this thing. Or damage it, I should say. I don't think you have a mace, Celeste. Did you pick up the last one? Oh. Someone dropped it. Who are Celeste, are you trying to hit it with the mace?
Yeah.
So you're not proficient with that. So it's you're gonna roll at disadvantage trying to hit with this thing.
Well, how do I do it?
Well, you don't have it in your inventory yet, so do me a favor, just roll a d20. Roll it twice and give me the lower number. So roll a d20 at disadvantage.
Did you need to roll as well? Sorry, I had issues.
Yeah, if you're trying to hit it, then yeah, I want you to go ahead and do an attack roll. Yeah, so Jer, you can like try to swing this mace at it, but you can't feel like you can get enough force in your skinny little body to hurt this thing.
Oh
God. The mace. All right, you know what? I'm bringing the crowbar out. Hang on.
Zendri, though, she kind of walks up seeing you struggle with your mace and kind of like gives you a step back and just cracks this thing. Shows you how it's done, and it does break inward, and you do see more skeletal remains inside of this. Inside, it looks to be the body of another warrior, this one female, and there is another sword in here, some armor kind of adorned, although it does look a little bit too eroded to actually be useful or valuable, but nothing else of value inside of this thing.
Oh my god, the chat is shitting on that mace, dude.
Who's the loose asshole?
I don't know, and I don't think it's the loose asshole. I think it's the loose sassy.
I said the asshole, but it sounds like the loose asshole. Okay.
No, it's. I think you definitely said the loose asshole. I'm almost positive.
No, I didn't.
Whoever that is, I'm sorry.
That's what I think that's what it's supposed to say. It's a pun.
Dead. I'm dead.
Nico's alter ego.
Please send all complaints to Adriana/Zendri at group.twitch.net. In either case, what are we doing about this last one? Are we abandoning it, or are we gonna pick it up?
No, I'm trying to open it one more time.
All right, go ahead and roll with your spider strength. So roll 1d20 plus 2 for me.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you are able to, like, now that you kind of you got a little bit loosened up, you stick your fuzzy, long, arachnid arms underneath it and just heave as high as you can, and it does open up, and you're able to kind of push the top off, and it slides down. Inside, inside you do see the body of another humanoid figure. This one seems smaller. Maybe it was a gnome or a halfling, hard to see. Inside of it, though, it's not wearing armor. It seems to have had robes on, although they are long, kind of eroded. And around its neck, you see a necklace that gives a faint reddish glow.
All right, I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna take it.
Are you pocketing it, or are you asking anyone to like look at it with you, or what? What's the dealio on that?
No, I'm just grabbing it.
Come. Roll an Arcana check for
Someone's
me.
over here trying to help me, dude. They're just leaving me.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Was it a necklace you grabbed?
A necklace, yes. A necklace
How
that
you
gave
gonna
off a
put that
faint glow.
around your big freaking hairy spider head? You can't wear that.
I can switch it, dude. Later, dude.
I don't understand how you're picking it up with your spider hand. How do you pick up a necklace with your spider hand thing?
Okay.
Pony baby.
You can absolutely tell what this is.
The chain is on.
I'm gonna link it in chat for everyone.
Nice, dude.
But you can definitely suss out what this thing is. And it is called the Necklace of Fireballs.
Give me that.
Fireballs? That's what it's called?
The Necklace of Loose Assholes. I mean, the Necklace of Fireballs.
Yeah. I think that's how you make it there with fireballs.
I'm not gonna say no.
I still want to know who it is.
Necklace of fireballs.
So you do see on this necklace, it is hanging down with several orange beads. 6 to start.
Give me the bead, dude.
Wow, I rolled really stellar on that for you. So it has 14 beads. See how it says 1d6? So actually, no, 14. It has 17 beads on it that are
You
meant
give those beads to the loose asshole over there.
specifically for loose assholes. Poor Lou. Lou is gonna lose it. I don't know who Lou is, but I hope that you find this funny. Dear God. In either case.
Oh my god.
So you just jot that down. It has 17 beads on this thing.
That's all I need, dude. 17, perfect number.
I'm
So
sleeping next to Torrin tonight.
you might want to read when you get a chance. You might want to read through that one a little bit more thoroughly because that one's a pretty cool item. Just a heads up.
All right, yeah, I'll get real thorough with it.
Apparently, Lou, they've been with you. That's what this word on the street is. I don't know.
Lou? What the fuck is Lou?
That's the person. That's Lou's asshole. Get the chat. Watch the chat.
Where's Basil trying it back?
In either case, so you guys have cleared out everything. There are no rooms left. You have made out with a virtual trove of items, and better yet, a skeletal horse to put them on. And
I
walk
want to
about.
ride my horse out of this place. Oh my god, okay, well. Guys, let's get the fuck out of this place.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so you guys start to walk out.
Let's see the inventory.
Can Seducius? Let's see if the skeletal
Yeah.
horse follows you. Can you roll
Okay.
an animal handling check for me? And because you've been relatively kind to it and haven't been hostile, I'm gonna let you roll it at advantage. I'll say the team is helping you.
What am I even gonna type in for animal handling? Just check
Just
in.
Check. If you actually do animal, I think it just grabs it. But if not, in quotes, animal handling.
Okay.
Yeah. I can give you a little boost too.
Yeah, I want this horse.
All right, let me give you. What is it called? It's called
Just hit the number 1 for me, Seducius. Roll it again, and we're gonna take the higher number because I'm giving you advantage.
Okay. So oh my
Yeah, so he doesn't seem to want to leave this tomb.
god. Torrin, get this horse for me!
All right, I thought I was trying to do something for you. I messed up.
Oh, were you trying to do guidance?
Yeah, I don't see it on my list anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
It might not have been added all the way. That's okay. Truth be told,
Okay.
yeah, actually, here, we'll just say he did.
Am I allowed?
Seducius, do me a favor. Just roll 1d4, and let's see what we add to the total. And then, Torrin, just a point of order on that. Anytime you want to roll guidance next, don't worry about the typing. Just say, hey, like, I guide you, or like whatever your tagline is for that, and we'll just go from that. You just have to try to catch it. Nice. Okay, so actually with that roll, It does seem to want to follow you up the stairs and out of the Barrow. So he does follow you up. You guys now exit. It's been probably a few hours now that you've been consistently doing this. Xanth is still out front with Vincent, your ox creature, waiting for you guys patiently. And as you kind of are walking out, a little bit worse for wear, but not as badly as before. For a second, you kind of see a smile on his face, and then very concerned, almost fear, seeing this kind of skeletal horse figure come out that Seducius is now trying to mount, in possibly more than one way. And he just has this like jaw agape view, just like, oh.
Oh my goodness. Hello again, friend.
Yeah. Hello. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing or what, but maybe I don't know if I still need your help.
What is everything okay?
Well, I feel as though I should be asking you this question. You seem to be riding an undead horse. I don't know. I have been drinking only a little bit in your absence, but I didn't think it was quite that much.
We found this creature in the tombs, along with a lot of other weapons and treasure. And so far, I kind of like the way this horse looks, and he seems pretty friendly. So I'm hoping maybe we can use him in battle to help you.
Well, I'm not one to turn away help, as you may be able to tell, but I would be cautious of anything that is undead or from that type of sphere. I don't know the right way to put this, but that looks crazy as shit.
Yes, his appearance is a bit alarming, but I don't know. I just gravitated toward its presence, and I hope that he doesn't, betray us. But for now, I'm gonna try and use it as an ally as much as I can.
Well, if you believe that you can handle this creature, then so be it. I don't know if you have other endeavors you must complete at this point, or if you need to recruit. But I would very much appreciate any help you can give me and my people.
I don't know. Do any of you guys want to take a rest or anything, or do you want to keep pushing on here?
So are you like roboted right there? What did you say?
Oh, you guys want to take a rest or anything? Or do you guys think we should just keep marching on?
Wait, what's happening?
So a couple of points of order. You've got a couple of things that you can do. You can rest here and follow Xanth in the morning. Although it's still pretty early to midday, you could just take a quick short rest, try to recoup some things. And you remember from the conversation you had with Xanth a few nights ago, getting to his kind of the area where he needs you to go is going to be a couple days journey back through Neverwinter Wood. You still have Vincent and the cart that you took on the loggers camp. And you haven't turned in that quest yet for Harbin around that. So you can try to go to Phandalin first and maybe meet Xanth somewhere. You could go with Xanth right now. You've got a few choices in front of you, whatever you think is best.
I forgot about Vincent. We should probably return him first.
Yes, I could understand if you need to offload this creature. Perhaps I could mark this location where I need you to meet me on your map, and you could head that way later.
Will you still be here?
No, I think it might be best if I wait for you there.
Okay. Yeah, just tell us where to meet you.
Let me pull it up for you, in fact. Burp. Let me get it going. Hold on one second. Sword, because I'll show you specifically where.
This chat is funny, dude.
This chat is on it tonight.
Like,
Guys are
This chat
crushing.
is funny.
Traded, don't trust him, bro.
So it is. Let me get that area pulled up. Burp, 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 burp.
I just read what they said about Nate.
it's pretty spot on though. Yesterday I was going for Eastern European, but I was like, I don't think I can pull it off, so I'm just gonna go to what I know. You know, it's sometimes you just gotta stick in your wheelhouse. Is all I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. So he marks on your map that it is roughly in this area, and you recognize this space to be pretty close to Falcon's Hunting Lodge, probably a 7-hour walk from Falcon's Hunting Lodge.
Good thing I got my horse with me.
Yeah, I mean, if you take turns riding the horse, you can probably get there a little quicker even.
Yeah, I could turn into a horse. You guys want to ride?
I'm not right.
That is also true. That is a possibility. Granted, you can only be a horse for about an hour or so.
I mean, you guys. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. So anyway.
How many people can fit on top of horse at one time? Not bad, man.
Probably 2 if you're not going too fast, and the characters aren't very heavy.
Dude, we can do it. We can double down and get faster. I'm not scared, dude.
So again, just question for the DM, so I know: are you guys going to try to continue southward back towards Phandalin, turn in your stuff, or are you going to try to go with Xanth at this point towards where he's asking you?
Yeah, personal opinion. I think we should. Yeah, get rid of Vincent and yeah.
Get our money.
Yeah.
Then we can.
And then go back to the. Yeah.
So you're pretty close to the high road. You know where the Dragon Barrow was. It's right about here. So you can catch the high road and get to Phandalin pretty easily. It won't take you more than about a day or so of riding, in whichever regard you want to take that. I would like, though, as you guys are riding, I would like everyone to roll a perception check. I'll say as like Zendri is kind of seeing the horizon, you started to like recognize a few landmarks in this area now that you've been kind of traveling here. You can see off in the distance the Tower of Storms that you guys essentially rescued and saved, kind of seeing that stuff. You recognize the entrance to the Neverwinter Wood where you were attacked by bandits, and kind of walking through this, you start to get a sense that you are feeling very confident in this area and feeling a deeper sense of home. And as you're kind of thinking through these things, you notice that it doesn't seem as off-putting or scary or strange, and you get to Phandalin faster than you expect. As you walk back into Phandalin, Seducius, are you staying atop your undead horse as you enter the town?
Yeah. Yes, I.
Yeah, dude, bro.
As you enter, you hear screams and shouts, and for the most part, people are avoiding you desperately. Some have
Finally, Helga will avoid me.
some have brought out weapons, and you go through.
Oh my god.
It does seem that most are very concerned by this creature you brought in.
Great.
So far, no one has all out accosted you. Most of the people in town recognize you and know you've been helping, so no one has been fighting you. But it does seem as though people are very concerned with what you've brought into town with them.
It's not a trusty steed.
Girl, you dusty. Let's get that brought up. So you enter Phandalin from the high road, as you have many times before. And that kind of leads you straight down from the Tribor Trail. And it does lead right past Barthen's. Barthen's Provisions is kind of like right in that space. Are you guys going to stop off and talk to Barthen and drop off the stuff, or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll need to find the restroom.
In like real life or like in the game?
In IRL, maybe.
Why don't it's a pretty good halfway mark. We've been playing for a couple hours. Why don't we take a quick like 5-minute break, go do a little bio break, and then we'll all come back.
So,
Cool.
Who's the asshole? Back here, back cheap.
I have no idea who Lou is, dude. Lou, this one goes out to you. I don't know who you are, but...
Yeah, cheers to you, Lou.
There we go. All right. Back
It
on.
says we're muted. Are we still muted?
No, I was. I had like 8 different mutes set up to like double check that we weren't saying anything that we shouldn't be off camera. Although we have been saying really terrible things on camera, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah. We might get that phone call tomorrow.
Nate's gonna get a cease and desist letter tomorrow.
Definite possibility.
Jesus.
He said the music's on 7,000. What's
Yeah.
that mean?
I'm pulling it down right now. He probably means it's loud.
It doesn't...
It doesn't seem like me.
You gotta learn to understand 20-year-old. You know?
I understand. I just don't relate because it's super low for me.
I have 2 different settings for the stream and the Discord chat, so that's probably why.
Oh, okay.
Let me know if that's good on the music, by the way, and I'll see if I can adjust.
Yeah, Lou, you're running the shots right now, bro.
So let's continue. We are in Phandalin, outside Barthen's. What would you guys like to do?
Oh.
Let's get paid.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to a shop too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Barthen's is a provision shop. He's got some things that are in there you guys could purchase as well. So if you're looking for something, let me know. Craig, are you like stabling off the horse?
I kind of want to just mess with people and keep riding it.
You want to go inside with the undead horse?
Oh, we're going inside. Okay, no. Yes, I will.
Do it. Don't be scared, dude.
I'm gonna be all crouched in. No. I'm gonna leave the horse outside. Leave the horse outside.
Dude, if you like tie it up, it'll probably disappear or something.
So you tie off the horse and enter the building. And you do see the 2 young clerks you saw earlier who were loading up the cart when you were first taking it. It's now been, probably like 3 or 4 days, maybe even almost like a week in this particular world is about 10 days long. So it's been about a half a week for them before they saw you. So as you enter, one of them kind of like scurries off into the back, and the other one goes like, "Oh, well, welcome back, guys. It's so good to see you. Did you need to buy things, or are you here to talk to Barthen?" Mm-hmm.
Good evening, young lad. We're here to talk to Barthen and return his precious ox, Vincent.
Oh, okay. I'll go get him for you, I guess.
Thank you.
Kind of runs off in the back. As he's trying to exit, Barthen is walking out of the door. And they have like a little bit of a stumble. And you hear Barthen just barely under his breath go, "Dumb fuck," and like keeps walking past. And he kind of like takes his like hobbled older form, and you recognize this older man with very thin graying hair and a bit of a hobble to him. And he goes, "Oh, well, I'm glad you guys came back. It was a little longer than I expected. So, thought you might have died."
It's a pleasure to see you again, good sir. We definitely ran into some unexpected trouble, but we made sure to take extra care of Vincent for you, and happy to say he's back in one piece.
Oh, that's really good. Bringing him back in more than one piece would have been a big problem. So thanks, guys. If that's all, I guess I'll see you around.
Well, also, Bartha, we remembered to grab your bottle of wine for you as well. I don't know who has that bottle, but we'd love to give that to you as well.
Oh, that's excellent. And he like, do you have the wine on you, or you're like giving it to him? I don't know who had it on their persons. I think it was you.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it from whoever it is, and I'm handing it to Barrow.
Okay, so he takes it from you, kind of inspects it, looks it over. He's like, really trying to read the label. You get the sense, even as much as he squints and as close to his face as he puts it, he probably can't. He probably can't read it anyway. So he's just kind of hoping. And he looks at it and he's like, that's great. What did I say I was gonna give you for it?
Tons of money.
Okay.
500 gold pieces.
5 more gold pieces. Kind of like hobbles back around the corner, goes back behind the wall, and he kind of like looks up at you, and he's like waiting for you guys to like not look away. Kind of goes back in there. 1,
Jesus.
2, and he's like slowly pushing coins in the corner. 3, 4. Oh shit, I lost count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He like slides over the 5th one, just painstakingly so across the table. You know, since you've got the money on you now, if you wanted to buy anything, feel free to let me know.
Oh my god. I think we're good at the moment. we gotta go. We gotta go talk to Harbin. I hope you enjoy your wine. Hopefully it lasts you more than one evening, and it was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Yeah, of course. You too. Roll a perception check for me real quick, Seducius.
Oh my god, yeah, am I gonna be perception this guy's dying or something? What's going on?
Just roll the check!
He's like your horse, dude.
So just barely under his breath, you hear, cheapskate. And he walks off. And lets you guys leave as you exit the building.
I never want to come back here again.
So you guys leave. Where are you heading to now in the city of Phandalin?
We're gonna go to our good friend Harbin and get our money.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you head back down there. Are you? I mean, outside of Barthen's is a typical like horse stock tie-up. So are you leaving your undead horse there?
Nope, I'm riding it with me.
Nailed it. So people again are just like running out of your way. They're desperately trying to see. Some of the younger children are like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" Like watching as this shit like walks by. Their mothers are like hiding their eyes and trying to move them inward. And you guys do eventually circle back past the Stonehill Inn, and you do make it to Harbin Wester's place. And kind of up to you what you want to do at this point, as his door is closed and locked as it usually is. This is the voice I'm least looking forward to do on the chat, by the way. This is the one I know I'm gonna get shit
Hang
for.
on that shit. Let us in.
Yeah, bang your spider claw there.
So you guys,
Bust this door down. Get me in here.
Yeah, use your spider web and just bust the door open, dude. Let's just go crash in there.
I don't have dragon right now, dude. I'm just kind of smashing my foot.
so you're knocking on the door, banging on the door.
Yeah.
Who is it? What do you want?
It's us. We completed the mission.
I don't know who us is. There's a few missions that are out there right now, so if you could just be a little bit more specific, I'd appreciate it.
What do you mean? We come to you like every other day.
Well,
Who else is doing missions for you, Harbin? Other than
It's torn.
several and many. So many. In fact, I'm not letting you in until you can prove the dragon is dead.
It's not dead.
It's not dead yet.
Okay, well then you're not getting in. You sound a little familiar though. Is this the group that was supposed to go help my brother? Fucking assholes.
Indeed it is.
Oh, okay, well did you get the signed invoice? Like we talked about? I don't want any other dwarf situations popping up on us here.
We do have the invoice as requested, Harbin.
You hear like a small little like cha-chink, cha-chink, cha-chink from the inside, and like a little like mail slot slides open.
I'll take the note and just hand it through.
So he takes it. You hear silence for a little bit, kind of go through it, and he does turn around or you do hear him kind of go through the mail slot and say, "Okay, looks like it's all here." And he like shoves out just 100 gold, like loose gold pieces. Like there's no bag or nothing. He just shoves out gold pieces. Like they're scattering everywhere on the floor.
Oh my god. Thank you, Harbin, for the reward.
I'll say thank you. I'm ready to knock this.
You're very welcome. You know, I really appreciate everything you're doing for this city. It really means a lot to me. If you guys could, you know, maybe just check out the job boards. Well, I did post up a couple new things. Some seemed a little urgent, so wouldn't mind if you gave it a look-see.
Yes, we will go back and check out the job board. We got another outstanding mission, but we'll definitely see if we can combine some for you, sir.
Thanks. Also, if this is Seducius, Helga was looking for you, just an FYI. She said you know what it was about. I don't know what that means.
Of course.
Tell her that I'm really busy with some of these missions, and I don't know when I'll be back.
Okay, so you're not staying at the Stonehill Inn tonight?
No, we got a lot of things we're gonna do. We're just passing through tonight.
Okay. That seems shady, but fine. Not my place, you know. It's calm like a sim.
The love of adventure, Harbin, outweighs my love of women, so I'm going back out there.
He doesn't even have a response. You just hear like as the mail slot closes, and you hear like more like locks behind the door. He puts it up.
Oh god.
Couple of just procedural things to make sure. So you guys have gotten 100 gold pieces. Or how are you splitting that up amongst yourselves?
20 apiece.
Okay. Are you guys good to handle updating your own currency, or do you want me to help you with that?
We can do that.
Got this.
Not like a. I don't know.
That was. Have you figured out how to use it yet, or do you need me to do it for you still?
Si, senor.
It was gold pieces, right?
Yes, 20 gold pieces for everyone.
Perfect.
Also, while we're in the vein of currency and equipment, again, Trent, remember to add a necklace worth 25 gold pieces to your inventory. Unless you have a mace that you can add to your inventory if you'd like to sell that or do anything else with it. Don't forget the necklace of fireballs that you're adding. And then Craig, Seducius, roll another Arcana check. Add advantage for me because you've had this item on you for a while now. Roll it one more time to see what the higher number is. Still not sure what this thing does.
I definitely want to sell this mace since I am clearly not able to use it.
There are a couple places in town that you know of that sell goods. Barthen's, where you just came from. And there actually is an arms and armor shop called the Lion Shield Coster.
Yeah,
that is nearby.
Let's go there.
Come. So that's not far away. As you guys kind of walk away from Harbin Wester's house, which is about here, and a straight shot gets you to the Lion Shield Coster. As you kind of walk in that direction, you see it is one of the bigger buildings in town. It's this large kind of like blue roofed building, slate stone tiles instead of thatch like some of the smaller ones. Outside there is a shield that is in the shape of a sign that's in the shape of a shield, I should say. Sorry, and on it, you see that on the shield is emblazoned a like blue lion that's painted on it. As you,
Right.
What are we here for?
I'm here to sell my mace.
Oh.
So as you walk in, you do see that it is very clearly an arms and armor shop. There are racks and racks of weapons and shields of all different types and qualities. You see swords and great swords. You see shields here. Some of them look really extravagant and well designed. Others look a little bit more militaristic and practical. So it kind of varies. At the far end of the room, facing away from you, kind of leaning over, is a older looking stern woman who seems to be kind of handling the equipment in that back area, kind of assorting them.
Hey there. I'm here to see if I can sell you my mace that I acquired.
Yes, well, you've come to the right place then. This is a store for those things. So, what are you looking to sell?
Well, I've got this mace here, and I want to see what you think it's worth.
She kind of looks it over a little bit. Let's see what she thinks that's worth based on that. I think on that I'd probably say 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces, huh?
I mean, it's clearly pretty old. I wouldn't say it's anything special. I've got a few of them. If you want another one, I can certainly sell you one that's better than that thing. And 5 gold pieces, I think, is quite fair.
Yeah. All right. I don't even want to carry this thing around. I'll go ahead and take I'll take your 5 gold pieces.
Sounds good to me. So she takes it from you, kind of see her. She counts up 5 gold pieces for you and hands it to you. So feel free to add 5 gold pieces to your inventory while you're here. Anything else that you'd like to buy?
Any weapons or anything?
I see a few of you other lads in here, probably looking for something else.
Yes, I am looking for something to see. Do you have any feathers, sir?
Feathers.
Feathers?
Fur, fishtail,
So,
acorn.
Listen, I'm gonna attempt to be as polite as I can be in these moments, and I understand that perhaps by my stern face you weren't very clear, but 1, I'm a woman, and 2, no, I don't sell feathers.
Yeah.
The only feathers that I sell are currently attached to an arrow, and quite frankly, one's about to be inside your eye socket if you don't try a little bit more civility would be appreciated.
Don't make me kill you.
Roll an intimidation check.
Alright.
He said, "Don't you know I can turn into a spider?"
So she does kind of back up a little bit. She goes, "Okay, I see your point. There's no reason to get violent. I just ask for a little bit more kindness while you're in this store. No, I don't sell feathers. If you need something like that, I'd probably check in with the old Goat Barth and see what he's got to sell you."
Okay. Do you have any other things useful? Fur, acorns, or fishtail?
She like sighs heavily in exasperation, kind of looks around her store, and she's like, "It looks like perhaps you'd be better suited just going out in the woods if that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, I sell metal stabbies and metal armors."
Wild, I'm out of here. Screw you, lady. You do me no good. You make a mess of it.
Oh, man, I've never met a dragonborn before, but if they're all like that, it's gonna be a rough lot.
Alright,
Man.
you'll mess with my kind.
Anybody else trying to talk to this proprietor?
Sidisi steps in and says, "Ma'am, I apologize for my friend here. He has good intentions. We had a long perilous journey.
Yes, you should. Someone should apologize for him. I don't know what you were thinking, but maybe keep him outside next time."
We'll talk with our friend. My name is Sidisius. You may have heard of me. A little bit famous around these parts, but we're here adventuring and taking care of some business, so I apologize.
Did you need anything else?
No. I just wanted to pause for a friend. I think we're good, and I think we're gonna head out.
That's probably for the best, I think. If you'd like, feel free and come back and see me, Lenine at the Lion Shield, I guess. If you need anything else, maybe just you next time. Maybe just you.
Okay.
Also, I noticed that you're carrying 2 loots on your persons. Are you needing to off-shelf one of those?
I mean,
I'm not one to judge. It just seems a little heavy for the likes of your body. That's all I'm putting out there.
I am quite strong and capable of carrying more than 1 loot. I mean, unless you can be of any help to identify this loot that I have found out there, I'm going to hold on to both of them for a while.
Well, I can certainly give it a try. Musical instruments aren't my thing, but spell on a weapon's the same as the spell on a loot, right? So let me give it a shot for you.
Okay. Hand over my loot.
She kind of looks over for a little bit. And she's like, "Oh, I've seen similar things like this. If I was gonna put a stab at it, I'd probably say this is a loot of illusions." Let me link it.
What does that do? Do you know anything about this type of a spell?
I know a bit. Let me link it in chat for you, and I'll give you a chance to read over it. That's right, instruments. Alright, here is the link for you in the chat thread. But basically it lets you, as you play it, it actually lets you create small illusions with it. And for a bard, you can put that thing out to a range of about 15 feet. This is, I think, one of the first attuned weapons, though, so for it to be effective, you have to attune to it. You can only attune to 3 items of that type of thing at a time. So just keep in mind some of those things.
I mean, would it make sense for me to basically sell my other loot and to start using this one?
Kind of up to you. I mean, this is like from a straight practical standpoint. This one has an enchantment, the other one doesn't, and if your character isn't for some reason tied to that loot, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much for helping me identify what this loot was. I think I'm gonna hold on to that, and perhaps I will sell my old loot to you.
Okay. It's not typically my thing, but you've been nicer than the other fella, so perhaps I'll take for that. Roll a persuasion check for me, Seducius, and let's see if she's willing to buy it from you. Okay. So she kind of looks at, goes through it a bit, kind of goes up and down, and she kind of looks and says, "I'll give you 10 gold pieces for this. It does look like it's built rather well."
I will accept your offer very graciously.
Cool. So you can add 10 gold pieces
Add my
and
gold. Yep.
so add a loot of illusions to your inventory, and make sure that you equipped it and attuned to it. And then you can also remove the other loot and add 10 gold. So from
I
here, you
recommend
guys,
it, though.
are you trying to find it in the equipment? If
Yeah.
you go to manage equipment and you're looking for it, don't look for loot of illusions. Look for instrument of illusions.
Got it.
And just remember that it's a loot. All right. So from here, guys, kind of up to you where you want to go. If you want to check the job board before you leave town, you can. Words and words and words. You can also just head directly to where Xanth was, or you marked it on the map if you want to just go take care of that first. Kind of up to you how you want to handle it.
Yeah, I feel like we should just go ahead to towards where we're gonna meet him at. Unless anyone else has a better option or opinion.
Where you guys are at right now, the job board is just right across the way.
Let's go.
And then to get to the location, you would need to travel a few days north and get back into the Neverwinter Wood.
I mean, do you guys want to look at the job board while we're here, or just do it after we complete this other mission for what's his name?
I mean, while we're here, we might as well look at it and just see, especially if we're gonna make the journey up there.
Okay, yeah, let's go check it out.
So you do go to the job board, and you do see that 3 new new jobs have basically been posted to the board. Let me post them for you real quick. Hold, please. Where are you? Handling quest.
Hey, does our chat show up on the Twitch stream too?
Yes. So that way they can see your roles. They can also see some of the other things that we're giving you. So.
Yeah.
Where are the quests? There they are. Okay, so as you inspect the job board, you see 3 new jobs, and I posted them in the chat for you.
Nate, you'll have to help me add that thing later. I cannot find it.
I can do it
no
for
matter
you.
what I search.
I'll add it for you now, so you
Okay.
have it.
Ooh, the Dragon Barrow quest looks dope.
Does it? Does the Dragon Barrow quest look dope?
We just did
That was the joke.
Yeah, you guys went a little bit different route than I was expecting, and you walked literally right into it. Which is why it was so hard for you at first, because you were like a level down when you should have not quite been there. But you made it through, so solid victory.
Barely.
That's right.
Did we get gold for that? Can we go give that to Harbin and be like, we did it?
Yeah, you finished the quest.
But yeah, we should go freaking turn that in.
Yeah, give him the sword. Who has
No,
it?
I want the sword, dude. I'm
Thorin
not
has it,
giving
right?
him that shit, man. That's how we killed the dragon later. The Dragon Slayer sword. We need to keep that.
I thought we were gonna kill it with my skeleton horse.
Dude, that's not gonna do crap, dude. That thing is barely alive.
Just like my heart, Torin.
Ah.
True. So dark, dude. You just remind me of those freaking guys in Lord of the Rings. The what are they called, dude? On the black horses, dude.
The race, the ring race.
Yeah, ring race, dude.
Yo,
That
if
shit's
Seducius ever dies, I'm gonna come back as Seducius the Grey. It's like a better version of myself.
Ooh,
Joke's on you, Seducius.
Can't
When you
get
come
much
back,
better.
you're definitely coming back as like Seducius the Aquamarine or some shit.
I should play a female Seducius. That would be perfect.
Seducia.
Oh, man. Seducia.
I tap that. Why not?
Oh my god.
That is. Yeah.
All right. So, are you? I mean, technically, you've completed Dragon Barrow. The end of that quest is just getting the sword. So, if you've gotten the sword, mission accomplished.
Yeah, so
Great.
I mean, I feel like looking at this, like the Woodland Nance quest is probably gonna line up with what we're about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of going for that one myself.
Yeah, so I feel like we should just grab that and kind of combine both of those into everything we're about to embark on.
Yeah. If I load up the map,
Personally,
if I load up the map for you, so you see everything, give you just a scale here. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted Sword Coast. Okay. So, in terms of just relation to each other, you know where some of this stuff is. So, where is that map? Give you a little bit of direction here. Sorry. Okay, so
Yeah.
so in orange is Falcon's Hunting Lodge. The green circle is where Xanth wants you to meet him. And based on the directions you're given on the Woodland Manse, it is this one in red.
yeah, it's all right there.
So they are pretty close to each other. And you remember
Yeah.
this from what Xanth told you. It seems as though they're all caused by the same thing. There are half-orcs and orcs combining to cast some type of dark ritual in Xanth's area. There are half-orcs infesting this manse. And it seems like they're encroaching on Falcon's territory. So, and you remember these conversations too that you had with Falcon from a few nights ago. Falcon was saying he noticed some of them amassing, but wasn't concerned about it because the lodge is pretty secure. So, kind of up to you on where you think is the best first place to head toward.
What do you think? Split up? Three
Right.
teams?
No.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go to Neverwinter and drink.
I feel like heading towards Falcon's Lodge makes sense
Yeah.
because I think if we help him, then maybe we can have him come and help us with the other stuff.
Yeah. Do that orc-
Alright.
orc
He wasn't
hunter
super
first.
helpful last time.
If we go to who first?
Falcon?
You think he's gonna help us? I'll let the ladies do the talking on that one.
I knew he was gonna
Yeah, come on.
Flux, do me a
Gotta
favor.
use what you got over there.
Flux, do me a favor and roll a history check for me. Just based on some of those thoughts that are kind of going through your brain. See if I can give you some context. Yeah, I mean, you remember the conversation you had with Flux the last 10 day, and he's very staunchly opposed to aiding any type of forward mission. He's going to secure the lodge. That is his main priority. So any help that he gives you, you suspect will be contextual, informational, but it won't be him leaving to go pursue orcs with you. Just in case that changes your decision making.
Well,
Also, just point of order here. It's getting pretty late in the day. It's probably like 8 p.m.
Oh, well, we probably need to go to the inn then, huh?
what inn? Hold on. We're gonna camp in the woods tonight.
keep him away from Helga.
Let's go find some homies, dude. I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, since I don't think Falcon's gonna help us, like, I mean, should we just go meet what's his name, dude from the Dragon Burial site?
Yeah. Is
Zan.
that orange
Yeah.
or green?
That's the green
That's
one.
orange.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
oops,
orange,
green
huh?
one.
Orange is Falcon,
Oh,
green is
cool.
Xanth, red is the quest you just accepted, the Woodland Man's.
Oh. Let's go green first, then red. We already
Okay,
checked out the other place.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet sauce.
green, red, orange. Let's go.
Are you guys gonna stay at the inn tonight, or are you gonna just head out and camp somewhere out?
I guess we could take a rest if you guys need it.
I still
Is anyone who's lame at fighting and died all at last turn in?
I need to heal
Just
up. Yeah.
Let's fall in a pit of knives, dude.
I need to get attacked by an actual enemy. I just landed on some sword.
So you guys are going to the Stonehill Inn. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Here we go.
So
Get me!
you guys walk in.
It's bad.
You almost got us killed with the dragon.
Multiple times.
You guys
You
walk.
got a sword!
You guys kind of walk to the Stonehill Inn. Seducius being dragged rather reluctantly as he opens up, and as you open the door.
Can I do a stealth check or something? Can I be sneaky?
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Come on!
I hope we roll a 0.
It's like a
Oh my god. Imagine if he did.
Feels good. All right. So in like your protest as you're trying to like stop the rest of the party from pulling you into the inn, you actually get like you catch the wrong side of your momentum and you like get flung into the inn first. Hood down, cowl down, lots of noise. You fall on the floor, and the inn is not very full up yet, and so it's pretty just you and a few of the other other assemblage in there, and sitting almost 3 feet in front of you, just kind of seated at a table, enjoying a little bit of dinner, is Helga. And she looks down and sees you on the floor, and she immediately runs to your side and starts picking you up, and is almost like showering you with kisses a little bit, just like, oh my god, Seducius, I'm so glad you're back. I missed you. I was so worried about you, and I just wanted to make sure you're okay. And Gregor missed you too. He hasn't stopped talking about you this whole time. I think whatever you guys did really showed that he cares about you. And I'm so glad you're back. So glad you're back. So glad you're back.
No, the rug.
Showering Seducius with kisses.
Okay, man. When art imitates life. Okay, so Helga, it is so good to see you, Helga.
It's good to see you.
out there
It's good to see you too.
adventuring.
I missed you. I missed you so much. You have no idea. It was hard. It was hard to be away from you. You know. Do you still think about me the way that you said that you would? I thought about you every night. I thought about you every night. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I thought about
Yes.
you every night with myself. I thought about you. I thought about you with myself every night.
We got a new necklace. You actually might enjoy.
There are a lot of beads on this necklace.
You don't want to touch it; they'll give you
A lot
fire.
of balls.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Fireball, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, Helga, I'm so thankful that you were safe while I was gone, and thank you for thinking of me. I know it's been a long time. You know, my friends and I were in some pretty dangerous situations that we just got back from. I have a freaking skeleton horse out there. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. But it's so
I have
good
it.
to see you.
But I bet you're sexy on top of
well,
it.
I will show you in the morning what that looks like being on that horse. But my friends and I were looking to
Ooh.
get a little bit of shut-eye to recuperate. We got a lot of missions from Harbin. But it's so good to see you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Is that what we're doing? Are we talking in code? I would love to ride that horse. It's an undead horse, right? So it's made out of bone. I would love to ride your bone horse in the morning.
Helga.
By the way, is everyone else in the inn? Are you all hearing this? I just want to double check for propriety.
Yeah, we're just watching.
Yeah.
I can't even get through this.
This is of your own making. This is what happens when you seduce the innkeeper on game 1.
Oh, God damn it.
You made me do this.
I love that you're doing this with a straight face, and fuck all you guys for leaving me out to dry.
You rolled a 4. Don't be mad at them.
Go, baby.
Oh my God.
So that you could get stuff. We almost died.
Fine, I'll take one for the team.
About time.
Helga, I would love to ride that bone horse with you. My friends and I want to get some rest, so maybe I'll meet you up in your room later.
Yep. Hey, Seducius, go ahead and get us some free drinks or something while you're at it too.
Oh my God! Anything else?
Oh no, I'm happy to give you guys some drinks, and I've got the room on my tab. It's all good, like we talked about. And I look forward to seeing you later. Okay, maybe in the morning if you stay around, Gregor and us, we could all have breakfast together. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Kind of like a little family. Wouldn't that be nice?
That sounds lovely, Helga.
It does. It does sound lovely. So she does
Oh my God.
move over one of the waitresses, who, she gives a little bit of side eye to, and she does bring drinks for the table, some ale. Throws a couple keys down on the table in front of you, the rooms that you're used to staying here at the Stonehill Inn for lodging, and kind of gives you a wink. And as she leaves the table, she reaches across and pinches your cheek a little bit. And her hand just slides down your face onto your chest just a smidgen and walks off.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
There's no in there.
I'll see you later, bone horse. And she walks off.
God. I hate you guys right now.
You put yourself here,
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Day 1.
Yeah, literally.
This is literally day 1.
Oh no.
Hire MO. All the
Yes.
I'm just
real life and fake life.
I'm just trying to tie threads together for you, Seducius. Closing the
Oh
loop.
my God.
Closing the storytelling loop.
I don't know. I've never been the marrying type, so
But she has left the table. She's no longer around if you guys want to discuss or go to sleep and go on the next bit from here.
yeah. So Odysseus is gonna freaking pound a few drinks and pass out.
Cool. So you do drink. Roll a Constitution check for me. Saving throw. So exclamation point save space con. Since you're pounding back these drinks. Cool. You pass out after a beer and a half, and you feel
Sounds about right.
you feel incredibly nauseous. You haven't thrown up yet, but you do feel incredibly nauseous.
Oh.
Anybody else want to do anything specific?
I think the rest of us just need to help him up to Helga's room.
God.
We'll see how this goes. Are you guys walking upstairs? Are you going to bed? What's the deal?
Yeah, I think we're having to
Okay.
Yeah.
take care of white date over here.
So he hasn't entirely passed out. He's a little stumbly. So you guys take him up to the room. As per usual, Flux and Zendri are in their own room. And Torin, Sles, and Seducius are in their own room. Are you sleeping through the evening and waking up in the morning?
Wait, oh yeah, let's just sleep it out.
Did
Yeah,
you
we
want
need to sleep.
Did you want to do anything specific, Torin?
No, never mind. Well,
Okay.
we can go.
So then I would like, Seducius, as you're sleeping, I would like you to roll another Constitution saving throw. And you're going to roll a disadvantage based on the first one.
So it's check con.
Check con. Save.
Oh.
Either one's not great. You, as you're kind of sleeping face down on the bed, you suddenly get this.
Am I gonna die in my own throw up?
You know. Well, we'll see how it goes. You get. I know that's dark. Jump right to it. So you do feel this like deep need to just vomit, and so you blitz out the door. You're now in the hallway, just puking. And as you're puking, you hear footsteps
Oh god.
walking towards you. And as you kind of look up, you see a slightly plump older woman above you, who you instantly recognize, even in your blurry drunkenness, as Helga. Outside of the room, about to enter hers. And she says, I waited for you. I'm so glad you came. Let me take care of you. And she picks you up, and she walks you into her room, and the door closes.
And that's how Seducius dies. There it is. Dead.
And we don't kiss and tell that much on this show. So, you guys all wake up in the morning. Torin and Celeste, you are outside of your... you're getting up. You notice that Seducius is nowhere to be seen. Flux and Zendry, you're waking up, going downstairs. Seducius, you are walk of shaming outside of Helga's room, who gives you just a raucous smack on the ass as you exit. And you leave the room.
Just a sweet, simple
Oh my
and head
God.
downstairs.
Thank you, Helga.
Just roll a d20 for me. Like, just straight roll d20. No bonuses, no nothing. Just a d20.
Everybody?
Mm-mm. Just Seducius.
Just me.
Oh.
Just me. God damn it.
So you kind of walk out of the room and you feel a little like used because of the ass smacking. And suddenly Helga seems very cold. And just kind of says, well, I guess I'll see you around. And then closes the door behind you very quickly.
I'm not even gonna ask. Oh man. Okay. Bye. And I'm gonna frickin' scurry down the stairs.
And you do so, and you find your compatriots downstairs eating breakfast. As you eat breakfast, you do notice, perhaps a little bit differently, there is a bill at the end of your meal for a gold piece for everyone to pay for their food.
Oh, what the? I don't even want to know what happened. Jeez.
You don't remember.
Oh God.
It's not what
Guys.
happened, it's what didn't happen.
Guys, you gotta save me from Helga. It's getting out of hand. I don't remember what happened. I think something bad happened. We have a bill at her table. Just you gotta sneak me in next time. Let's find a different place to sleep.
Nah, dude,
Yeah.
you good? Did you good, dude?
All I know right now is that you're paying for all of us because this was supposed to be comped. So apparently you didn't
Yeah.
live up to your expectations.
On you,
last
homie.
time.
I took one for the team last night. I don't even know what happened, but I took it.
Are you sure?
Did you?
I just
Did
said
you really?
no.
Well, next time let's do it together as a team. Then maybe this won't happen.
Did we
Maybe you do. How much is the bill? Can you do an investigation check on this bill?
It's just one gold piece. One gold piece will include the meal for everyone.
Fine, I'm paying for the meal. Just get me out of here.
So you paid the gold piece. Everyone do me a favor and hit long rest on your character sheets.
Even me?
Even you.
Seducius does a short rest.
I'll put it this way: to be knocked out of a long rest, you officially, by the rules, this is a mechanical thing, so a good thing to learn. To be knocked out of a long rest, you have to have, you just have to have like an hour of heightened activity. So like if you're trying to sleep for like 6 hours, 8 hours, you just need an hour somewhere that you do, and that would kick you out of the long rest, so you didn't get it. You get the sense that you didn't spend an hour of heightened activity.
Maybe like 30 seconds, something like that.
Sounds
Last.
You need to borrow my longsword next time.
Yeah, give me those beads of fire next time, Torin. Come on.
Oh my god, no, those are for me, dude. Those are for a special occasion.
Yeah, that was. Torin, can you shapeshift into me next time? Can we do that? I'll pay
Oh
you.
man, that's a nice.
You're not you're not animal enough.
I am an animal.
He is.
Hey.
Or I guess in that light, maybe not.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
turn into a rat, basically the same.
You can turn into the boat.
Or a boar.
Where are you guys off to?
Oh my
You never
god.
win.
Wait. I think we were gonna go the green. Which one's the green one?
The green one is Xanth. The centaur's kind of area.
Oh yeah. I think that's where we were thinking first, right?
I can't even think straight right now. You guys make a decision.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go in there. Go to the green.
Oh, actually, I forgot. Because you turned in Dragon Barrow quest, like I said, you kind of did them out of order, so it's happening a little faster than normal. But you actually leveled up again to level 5.
Hey.
So we can do one of two things tonight. We can either just temporarily level and like get your health points to the right. If you just hit the level 5 upgrade, it'll get you up to your level 5 worth of hit points, and then we'll do all the side stuff later. Or we can spend the rest of the evening finishing up your leveling up. Kind of up to you.
Holy shit! I just realized I'm level 4.
Yeah, I leveled you up. So I'll talk to you about that later because I chose some things for you. But if you want to like change some of the decisions I made, you're more than welcome.
Cool.
I don't care either way.
I'm down for whatever. So y'all.
To put it out there with this next adventure, I don't think we'll have enough time to finish it before midnight, Trent, if that's still when you want to bounce. We can probably get it started, so it's just kind of up to you how you want to handle it.
With you guys, I do just because I actually have to freaking get up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can go for a little longer. It's up to you guys, whatever. I just don't want to go too late.
Well, let's just do level 5 and take our stuff then.
Okay.
All right, I'm cool then.
And next time we can just do the whole thing.
Are you in a good spot too?
I am.
Awesome. Well, friends, I think we're in a good area to go mop up on some folks. So we'll play next week, next Wednesday. We'll get rolling. But everyone who jumped in and hung out during the Twitch stream, thanks a ton. It was super fun. You guys made it a blast. And I'll see y'all later.